the entire bag here is 1,020 calories. The FDA says new rules that the labels on some of the foods must now provide the nutritional value of the entire package. So we've determined that we want to see this change. I think it would help. I really do. So let me see here. I'm trying to look at the extra numbers of this here. But let me just bring in somebody who knows everything more than I do. Dietitian Maya Feller is here. Maya, good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
I've got notes. I've got a mic. Hold that for me. I got a knife. I got chips here. First of all, the current rules, how do you process this?
Yeah, so as of the new year, what we're gonna see, just as you said and just as Jackie pointed out, we're gonna see that the nutrition facts label is gonna tell us how much is in the entire packaged good. I mean, how many of us actually sit down and count those chips? Some people said they did, but most of us are not, right? So this is gonna be indicative of how people on the whole are eating all across the country, right? We don't just sit down and have a serving size. We usually have that entire package. Cookies, chips, pretzels. I mean, when you're at the movie theater and you have a Twizzler, it's not like you just have 3.
Sure.
Maybe you're gonna have the whole package.
But I just seriously said, though, and I'm just gonna do this scientifically.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is this one, which is fully round, versus this one that's a half, which one does that count as my serving?
Well, okay, so if you're gonna talk to me, I'm gonna say eat them both. Yeah. And that's 2 chips, and then we have to count out a couple more.
Why did they do this way in the first place?
So I think that the FDA went ahead and did this so that people have an understanding of how to manage that nutrition facts label. When we look at portion sizes, from decades past, they have grown exponentially.
Yeah.
People are eating more now than they have in the past. Think about in the 60s. If you look at a kid-sized serving now from a fast food outlet, that's what adults used to be eating back then, right? So we're eating a lot more.
I know we're eating more, but isn't that also because when you go in a restaurant, it's so expensive? If this is $25 pasta dish, I want it to look like a $25 pasta dish.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit of that, right, we want it to look, we want the value, but I also think that we like more. Some is good, more is better.
So going back to this nutrition guideline on the back of foods, now when it's laid out more clearly, do you believe as a nutritionist that it will actually help us change the amount we consume?
So I think that what we need is nutrition education around what's on the back of the label. So when I work with my patients, one of the things that we do, can I get up and come to you?
You can have a chip.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you very much. All right. So one of the things that we do is we actually take a look at this nutrition facts panel, right? And we identify these areas of significance. We're going to pull out the calories, but there's more than just the calories.
Right.
We have the saturated fat, we have sodium, and then we have added sugars. So I like to look at all of those things so that people have an understanding.
What is the number one thing as a nutritionist you would say we look at on the back of something like this?
So I think we need to look at total fat, sodium, and added sugars, and the percentage of the daily value.
Not the calories.
Well, so the calories, a calorie can be just a calorie, but if you're eating something that's 25% of your daily value for total fat, that is high. When you look at the daily value and it says 20% or more, that's high serving. If it's 5 or less, that's low. So by the time you eat this whole package of chips, you probably have had 100% of your serving for the day in saturated fat. I know. I'm sorry.
Give me my chips. Thank you, Maya. We appreciate it.